Hello, and welcome back to Growing Up Conscious for kids from 2 to 102. The purpose of my show is really for people of any age to look at how to be more aware and conscious. But especially, I have a point of view that we could be showing our youth, our kids, so much more around how to be joyful and conscious in their life so that when they come up against some challenging things that they have their own inner compass to kind of tune into and bring them back to steer the way they'd like to instead of being taken off by another current. So my topic today had to do with a post I saw from Gary Douglas, the owner of Access Consciousness. He had just put a reminder up about, like, actually, it might have been the co-owner, Dane Heer, but either way, they had put up a reminder about that sometimes we use our bodies to heal the earth. And it just reminded me overall that one of the things that we can learn for ourselves and teach our kids is that our bodies are miraculous partners for us on the planet, and they're aware of so many things. But if nobody tells you that your body takes on other people's pain or tries to heal people around you, that it can be very tricky to kind of navigate what's going on. I didn't realize until I was much older that some of my stomach pain as a child had to do with me taking on my dad's, what they called it for him was ulcerative colitis. But I would have sometimes stomach pain going to school that really wasn't related to like a food, and we couldn't figure it out. But I think I was regularly trying to heal my dad. And I also noticed around my mother that because she often used food as her comfort when she was anxious, like where I was trying to heal that or fix that. But much of that I didn't become aware of until I was an adult. So, what can we show our kids around being aware of your body, what it's telling you, instead of telling them, like, trying to define it, like, this is healthy food, this is not healthy food, and all of that, because all of our bodies are different that way. So I think it's much more useful to work with your child to show them, hey, before you eat something, check in with your body. What is your body sensing about that? Or while you're eating it, what are you noticing? Or after you're done eating it. So they get their own awareness around what works for them or doesn't work for them. And it could change from day to day. Like my body tends to not do that well with dairy, which is similar to my dad. But from day to day, there's certain things I can do or not, depending on how my body's doing that day. So learning how to check in with your body, for me, sometimes it's like even just holding something I'm going to ingest in front of my body and asking it yes or no. So maybe even showing your kids like how they would ask their body a yes and no question. So, for instance, you can start with something simple that you're pretty sure would be a yes and get a sense of what that would be. Or you can just say, body, show me what a yes is for you and see what the sensation is. Like my body tends to tip forward when it's more of a yes. Body, show me what a no is. And then sometimes I'll have like a neutral space in between where my body doesn't really care. Like it could go either way. So the main thing I'm getting at is allowing people of all ages to learn how to communicate with their body and check in with their body on a regular basis so that you can be aware of what's going on. And other than food, as I mentioned before, sometimes you're trying to heal the earth or heal people around you. Somebody had told me that, and I walked in when I was still teaching in public schools. I walked into a classroom, a second grade classroom, and I knelt down to talk to one of the students, and I had a strong pain in my knee, which wasn't typical for my body. And I remembered to say, "Who does this belong to?" And you don't have to have an answer. You can just say body return to sender. But in this particular case, I looked at the teacher, and the teacher had just gone through knee surgery, and I was hurting in that same knee. And it's so brought to my awareness that your body is aware of the bodies around you, and it wants to take care of the other human collective bodies. So it'll often give you, like a little awareness of what's going on in the bodies around you. I notice that when I'm around my dad, who has a lot of arthritis now, and now that he's in his 90s, that I'll sometimes feel that. So for kids going through various different things, asking them, is that yours? Somebody else's? Are you trying to heal something? And they don't have to have a cognitive answer, but just giving them the questions so that they can play with it and become more and more aware is kind of my dream for how kids would be raised. So play with it, and if you have comments or questions, feel free to let me know. And it's one of those things you just kind of experiment day to day, because there's certain days where I'm just ignoring my body and I'm eating what I want to. And sometimes for not the best reasons, right? And other times I really slow down and check in, like, body, do you actually want this right now? And I notice the difference between the two. There is no right or wrong with it. It's just kind of noticing those and asking your body questions. So play with it and have fun, and let me know what you think. Bye for now.